Submerged cities are baffling to behold, calling to mind the romantic legends of lost Atlantis. But the reality of these amazing archaeological sites is even more incredible than any fantasy. We don't always know how or why these legendary historic sites vanished beneath the waves, but we do know that these mysterious underwater cities are incredible. Cleopatra's Palace. The Egyptian pharaoh Cleopatra ruled the city of Alexandria for 2 decades from her perch in the city's fabled island of Anti-Rhodos, which vanished beneath the sea some 14 centuries ago during a particularly vicious earthquake series. In 1996, though, it was rediscovered by a dive team led by archaeological explorer Frank Gaudio, who unearthed vast amounts of ancient artifacts in the long-abandoned ruins. The impact of the massive discovery is vast, as the site contains a literal treasure trove of antiquities, many of which have not yet been brought to the surface. Egypt hopes to capitalize on the international interest in the site by launching an underwater museum wherein visitors could view its sunken city firsthand without disturbing their ancient resting place. Thonis Heraklion. A few years after Gaudio's discovery of Anti-Rhodos, another lost Egyptian city was discovered by Gaudio and his team. This time, it was Thonis Heraklion, a city that was fabled by both the Greeks and ancient Egyptians for its status as a grand port of trade between the Mediterranean and the Nile River. The city was home to the Temple of Amun and is thought to have been swallowed by the sea in the 8th century AD due to natural disasters, and left to live on in legends alone until it was rediscovered in the year 2000. Gaudio spoke to the Telegraph about the artifacts his team found. It was the port of entry to Egypt, so all trade had to go through the city. Furthermore, it possessed a temple where every pharaoh had to go in order to receive the title of their power as universal sovereign from the supreme god Amun, so it was very wealthy. Pavlopetri. One of the world's oldest sunken cities is Pavlopetri, which lies beneath the Mediterranean Sea near Laconia in Greece and is estimated to be about 5,000 years old. The city was discovered in 1967 by Nicholas Fleming and later his team of archaeologists from the University of Cambridge. It is considered to be a hugely significant finding for researchers of the Stone and Bronze Ages, as it is preserved almost exactly as it was the day it sunk beneath the waves 5 millennia ago. Dr. John Henderson, who used modern sonar technology to map the site, told the BBC, "The site is unique in that we have almost the complete town plan. The main streets and domestic buildings, courtyards, rock-cut tombs, and what appear to be religious buildings, clearly visible on the seabed." Lion City. Commonly known as the Atlantis of the East, the city of Xicheng was purposefully flooded by the Chinese government in 1959 during construction of the Xinan Dam. It was mostly forgotten about until 2001, when officials funded an underwater exploration of the site. The city, which still boasts architecture from the Ming and Qing dynasties from over 600 years ago, is stunningly well preserved by the very water which destroyed it. So much so, in fact, that the forgotten drowned town has become a tourist haven for curious divers interested in learning the secrets of this once bustling political center from within its watery time capsule. The Yonaguni Monument. Archaeologists can't quite seem to agree on whether the Yonaguni Monument is man-made or a coincidentally sophisticated construct of nature. Discovered off the coast of Japan in 1987, it's believed by some to be the remnants of a complex society that existed between 5,000 and 10,000 years ago. Others, however, believe it to be a natural phenomenon, as the human communities known to exist in the area at that point in history didn't have the technology to build such a city. For now, though, the truth remains a mystery. Dwarka. In 2002, scientists found an ancient submerged city in India's Gulf of Cambay. Divers later recovered human artifacts from the site, including beads and pottery, along with human teeth that were reportedly carbon dated to be up to 9,500 years old. They had found the legendary city of Dwarka, which is considered sacred to several religions, including Hinduism and Buddhism, as it was believed to have been occupied by the Hindu god Krishna before it apparently sunk as a result of the last ice cap melt nearly 10,000 years ago. The importance of the finding cannot be overstated, according to experts. Per the BBC, one ancient civilization authority said that finding a sunken city of this scale calls into question the long-lived archaeological holding that cities of this scale weren't known to exist more than 4,500 years ago. Baiai. The Roman city of Baiae was once a home away from home for some of Rome's most famous figures, including Julius Caesar, the Emperor Caligula, and the philosopher Marcus Cicero. The once vibrant city existed as something of an elitist pleasure resort of the Gulf of Naples, which included baths and possibly even an ancient variation of a Las Vegas casino. The city was mostly abandoned in the 8th century AD, after raiders wrecked the city and later completely abandoned before volcanic activity sunk it. However, the underwater city was rediscovered in the 1950s. The city is now one of the world's only official underwater parks and attracts divers who can get up close and personal with an ancient, sunken civilization. Thanks for watching. Click the grunge icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus, check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.